Philippines.
Alright, Bristol. How far have we gone so far?
We've gone to California.
6 hours. How many hours have we got left?
15.
It's only 15 more hours.
Only.
Shoulder harness.
15 hours later, we made it.
Headrest.
How you guys feeling?
Tired. Need to stretch my legs.
Yes. But we made it. Alright. We've got our bags. We made it through immigration. Now we gotta go through customs. How you guys feeling?
I'm so excited. I can't believe that we're actually in a different country right now.
It is pretty crazy.
I know Joe just realized like maybe 5 minutes ago that we were immigrating.
Yes, we are
Yes, we
immigrants.
are.
Okay, we made it.
Yes.
How was the drive?
Scary. I mean, there's a lot of people.
Alright, so here's our room.
Yep.
Alright. So here we are.
End of the first day.
End of the first day. We have been awake. So it's now Wednesday morning, but technically Tuesday night in the Philippines. We got here we landed at 9 o'clock p.m., which would have been 9 a.m. Tuesday. So we started traveling at 9 a.m. Monday, Florida time, East Coast time. And we flew from Tampa to San Francisco, and then we flew from San Francisco to Manila, and it was 15 hours.
Yep.
Yep, right.
Flight time.
All right, Tabitha.
What's that?
So, what's the down low? Your first experience driving through Valenzuela City. Tell me about it.
It is insane.
The Filipino people are just mind-blowing to me how carefully coordinated the chaos is.
Yes, it's very chaotic, but everybody's very gracious.
Yeah. We're gonna show you a jeepney.
Yeah.
That right there is a jeepney. These little buses. They'll take you all over the city, all over the island too, I think. Here's our church, and so we just went through Disciplina, and we just saw there was probably several thousand people, and in housing projects. So the people that live there, their entire their house they used to live in was taken over by the government because they either put like a railway project or some other community project in, and they moved them into a housing area. And so it was a really cool area to see so many people hanging out, so many people doing life together, which was a lot of fun to see. And it's right here by the church, and so we're going to be going back there in a few days to minister, to give out food, to reach people. But that's it. We had food today.
Yes.
What'd you think, Tabitha?
Really good. Very, very good food.
Yes. The
Bristol
food
was a trooper and tried all kinds of
Yes.
stuff. I tried everything.
Bristol tried everything. I think the food here so far is wonderful.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was delicious.
I have no complaints.
I'll
So
be eating the rest of the day.
yes, I have way too much food. But we're getting ready to go into the church. Again, it's right here. And we're going to go in and hang out and get ready for service at
7:30.
7:30. So, see you guys. The church is located kind of in the heart of this housing area, and there was lots of families hanging out, a lot of little boys running around the alley right behind the church, and they were playing, so we got to play some games with them. We got to meet a lot of the community members. They were practicing for church, and so we kind of had a lot of pre-church activities. And then we entered into worship, and it was clear right away when church started that there was an atmosphere inside of the church that was just electric, almost is the way I would describe it. But there is a hunger and a zeal for the Lord in the Filipino people, and it is so. The word I used yesterday to describe it was intimidating. It's just so overwhelming to see how hungry they are for the Lord and how passionate they are for what God is going to do. And make sure they clear the chairs. People started dancing and jumping, and I'm like, can you imagine that for a second in a church service where the entire church gets up, they clear the chairs out of the center of the room, and then everyone just starts dancing and praising the Lord.
Yeah.
I saw real church.
Yeah.
For the first time in my life, I saw real church. Not that what we're doing in America is bad, but we need to step up our game because they are doing church, and that is what we should be doing. Is we should be praising the Lord. He saved us.
Yes.
Like God has given us a new life, and we are like bumps on a log, not saying anything about it, and the Filipino people are clearing the center of the room and they're dancing, and the joy of the Lord was in the house, and so it was so cool to see that. Thursday, going up to Cabana Tuan.
And the drive up was city, and then it kind of slowly spaced out. The populace spaced out, so then it turned into the countryside. Pastor Raphael's family, his mom and dad, after they started growing a congregation there, they decided to purchase a piece of land up there and built a very nice house that is closed, air conditioned, that they use the bottom part as where the church is meeting for right now.
We loaded up all the supplies. A big group of people come in from Life Community Church and do a program and give out gifts.
But we did our program. It was very moving to see just there's such a physical need, but at the same time there's such a spiritual need, and they were so open to learning about Jesus. Multiple people responded, and we were able to pray with people, which was very moving, just because they're all looking for help and hope. in the second village, which had more people, but what we learned later, that there was people from other villages that had heard throughout the day, because we had like a 4-hour gap in between. And there was people who had traveled by tricycle from the other villages to this area. But there's 6 of those areas that they're trying to break into, and so far they've only been able to make a contact in 3 of them.
As the outreach is wrapped up, we were left feeling grateful and challenged to do more. The area of Cabanatuan is rich in community and eager to hear about the love of Jesus. We stayed locally that night as we prepared for our next day of outreach at a local elementary school. Day 3 brought an awesome opportunity to minister and hand out needed school supplies, water bottles, and gifts to the kids of Jose Escalon Elementary School. We shared that the Bible teaches us that Jesus brings us life. It was such a privilege to work with the amazing staff and kids of the school. As we wrapped up at the school, we took some time to enjoy the outdoors at Minalungao National Park. This was a beautiful state park near Cabanatuan City with lava rock formations and a river you could swim in and raft. There had been a lot of rain in the mountains causing flooding, which prevented us from swimming, but the scenery was well worth the trip. We wrapped up with a traditional home-cooked meal served on the rafts. A big thank you to Pastor Raphael's parents and the Life Community Church team for being so hospitable during our trip to Cabanatuan. We got back late from our trip to Cabanatuan, but were eager to start day 4 and minister to the kids in Disciplina Village. We joined the full Life Community Church team and reached over 300 kids. It was clear that the LCC team is passionate about their local community by the care they showed and the passion in which they serve. Day 5 was Sunday local time, and we had the unique privilege to attend Sunday morning service. It was nearly standing room only, and we were able to meet the entire church. We were blown away by the amount of joy and outpouring of love we experienced. After service, we went back to Disciplina to hand out a gift of rice and share the good news of Jesus Christ. We were able to see so many people impacted by the power of God. While the gifts we handed out were a portion of joy during the holiday season, the real impact was what Jesus was doing through the power of the Holy Spirit. It was a privilege to see and be a part of it. After the outreach, the LCC team hosted a time of authentic food, karaoke, and traditional food taste testing. We spent the evening laughing, thinking about what God has done so far, and wishing the end wasn't going to come. Day 6 was our final day of ministry and outreach. We spent time at a local foster care center and detention center for teens. We're not able to share many pictures from this outreach, but this was one of the most powerful days for me personally. The presence of God fell on these young people, and many were crying and hugging as the Holy Spirit was ministering. There is such a need among the youth in the Philippines. Please pray that God continues to pour out revival in families and in the youth. We can make a small difference, but it is only God who can heal a nation. After we finished at the detention center, we went into a church member's local community to pray and worship and take the ground for Jesus. May is such an inspiration to our faith, and we cannot wait to see her again. Day 7 marked the last day. While it was a full day of touring the history of the Philippines, it was marked by the unfortunate end of our trip. We were rocked to our core by how the culture treated us with kindness, love, and hospitality. Being able to see their history shows that the Filipino people have long been a people of love, community, and hospitality. I am forever in the debt of Pastor Raphael, his family, and his team for allowing us to be a very small part of what God is doing through their church. As we landed back in the United States, our hearts were trying to make sense of everything we experienced. We were trying to figure out how to proceed and where to start. The phrase that Pastor Raphael said over and over is how we decided to begin. The people do not care how much you know until they know how much you care. Jesus cared for us all when he gave us his life on the cross. God demonstrated his love for us that day and gives us hope today through his resurrection. Find someone today who needs your help. Show kindness, love, and hospitality, and live sent right where you are found.